Are you an artist? Have you ever considered making merchandise with your own art, but don't have the money, space, or time to manage boxes of merchandise in your own home? Hi, my name is Oyun Orka, a VTuber who tries to draw, and in this video, I'll take you step by step along with me as I try to make a merchandise store with just $1 upfront. For today, we'll be creating a Shopify store, then connecting it to Printful, a popular print-on-demand service. Print-on-demand, or POD, means you upload your own design, choose products, and then when someone orders, Printful will print and ship it for you. That means there's no upfront inventory that you need to invest in yourself, no shipping packages, and no revealing your own location or address, which is really great if you don't have a PO box or virtual address. So from setting up my store to designing products to ordering some test samples myself, I'll be sharing my entire process. Let's get started. First, let's set up our Shopify store. Once we go to shopify.com and click Get Started for free, it'll bring us to this onboarding screen. On the onboarding screen, we'll go ahead and click that we're setting up an online store. This is for a new business idea. And for the products or what we plan to sell, I'll go ahead and click Print on Demand Products, products I buy or make myself, and also digital products. Once I hit Next, here it'll bring you to the Plans section. Right now, Shopify has a free 3-day trial, then it's just $1 a month for the first 3 months for any of the plans. I'll go ahead and click Basic since once the first 3 months are over, it'll charge me $39 per month, but truly $1 a month is all you really need to get your store started. Or if you don't want to pay right now and first want to set up your store, you can also click Skip, I'll decide later. For now, I'll go ahead and click Basic. So now that I've selected the basic plan, here it'll bring me to the admin page of my Shopify store. Under the app section on the left side, I'll go ahead and click Add. Next, I'll click this hyperlink at the bottom that says Get more recommendations in the Shopify App Store. Here is where I'll search for Printful in the Shopify App Store and add it to my store. Once that's added to our store, I'll go ahead and sign into Printful. If you don't have an account with Printful, you can sign in or make a new one. Once that's connected, here's where we can start building products. To publish products to your store, you can go ahead and click this button right here to start. Here you can create your first product, or click here to view the full product catalog. And the catalog is so vast and extensive that I won't be able to cover every single product here, but for now I'll focus on doing 3 test products, starting with prints. So I assume that most artists already have plenty of illustrations that can be formatted into prints, and Printful makes it easy to choose the size you want, import images into the file library, format and crop in their in-browser editor, and check your safe print area. This is essentially where you can design. For now, I'll go ahead and just upload my art since I already have the design ready. Once you have the design finished, here's where you can create mockup photos. There's basic mockup photos or custom mockups. You can build personalized mockups from scratch or use a ton of their ready-made mockups. I'll go ahead and start with the ready-made mockups for now since they're super easy to use and already look very professional. Once we have the mockup photo prepared, here's where we can set the details in the description of the product. Printful will automatically include a basic description for you, and we can just use this or write your own. I'll go ahead and change the product title of this and keep the standard description and click Continue. You can add benefits of on-demand manufacturing, have a EU GAPSR compliance message if applicable, check or uncheck the published product checkbox if you want or don't want your product immediately visible in your online store, or add it to a product collection. In this case, I'll go ahead and just click the homepage checkbox since I don't have collection set up yet. Once that's done, I'll hit Continue. Now, here's where we decide the price of this product. Printful will break down each of the products by the Printful price, the retail price, and your estimated earnings. Now that we've finished making our first product, a poster, let's try designing something specific for a product. On Printful, you can check which items are best sellers and read reviews too. For example, I was comparing between these 2 t-shirt options, the Gildan shirt and Bella Canvas shirt. And while both had great reviews, more people in the reviews were raving about how soft and high quality the Bella Canvas shirt felt, so I decided to pick that shirt option. Now, let's go ahead and design a shirt. Once we have our canvas set up, first I'll go ahead and draft ideas. I really like the look of risographic prints or Japanese woodblock style artwork, so I kind of want to go for a similar look to that. First, I'll go ahead and sketch out a rough drawing of a t-shirt and start putting on some colors based on this palette that I made. Playing around with the colors and concept, I decided to go for a fishing at a dock scene. Going back to our main canvas and screenshotting the thumbnail that I did from earlier, I'll go ahead and start drafting ideas. Here, I sketch out a few different ideas and angles before finally settling on this one, with some rocks, seagulls, and the pier a little bit in the distance, followed by some clouds in the background. Once I have the sketch done, I'll go ahead and plan out the rough colors. Because I really want to go for that kind of risograph print look, I'm only sticking to this very limited color palette of 2 grays, 2 blues, 2 warmer colors, and a light tannish beige color. Once I'm satisfied with how the colors look for the block-in stage, I'll go ahead and start lining it. To get that sort of print look, I'm going to go ahead and use a rough textured pen for this too. As I'm drawing this, I have an idea to sort of stretch out some of the objects on the canvas outside of this box that I've made. This way, it'll hopefully add a little bit of dimension to the drawing and make for a more interesting t-shirt design. I'll have some of the rocks, the pier, and seagulls kind of protruding out of the side of the canvas. Once the line art's done, I'll go ahead and add colors according to the rough pass that we did earlier, color in the objects, the sea, and the waves, and we're done. Now that we have our design ready, let's go back into the product catalog in Printful, select the Bella Canvas t-shirt, select the unisex staple t-shirt Bella Canvas, and we can start by checking what colors are available here and click Start Designing. Once I have our design imported, here's where you can select the different colors available for your t-shirt. This is a great feature, that way if you have a specific design that you don't feel like would look good on certain t-shirt colors, you just don't have to check them. And in my case, I'll generally try to stick to darker blue colors and a few lighter tannish or blue colors as well. Now that we've finished designing the product, we can go through and create the t-shirt mockups, select which color will be your main image, write out your description, and set the pricing once again. And once we click publish, it'll now be live on our store. Printful also has a feature where it suggests where you can add your design to more products. In this case, it also suggests that I add the same design to sweatshirts, other types of t-shirts, or long sleeve tees. But for now, I'll just stick to the t-shirt. Finally, let's make one more product. Here, I'm going to go ahead and repurpose an older drawing that I did earlier and make it into a sticker. I assume a lot of artists have these sorts of character drawings that would really fit well as a sticker, so I'll go ahead and pick this one out, create a mock-up photo, and once again, add that to our store. Once we have our product set up, let's start designing our Shopify store. So in your store, you'll start out with a basic Shopify store name, but if you don't want your store to end in .myshopify.com, you can also connect a domain. Here, I'll go ahead and connect an existing domain I already own. Once that's done, I'll go into Online Store, click Themes, and start designing a store based on one of the default themes. I'll go ahead and start with the Canyon option. Since this isn't a website designing tutorial, I'll go ahead and skip the process of designing, but generally, what I did here is create a sort of branding template, start designing different logo ideas with a sketch, export and then create a logo with vectors using Adobe Illustrator, import my brand and changing the theme colors of the Shopify default theme, and just adding some more images and customizing the store further. And here's the final store. Now, I could just launch this store right now, but before I make this store go live, I want to first test out the product quality myself, and Printful makes it super easy for you to do just that. If you go to your Printful.com dashboard, you can scroll down and click Claim Your Discount Now and Save Big. You can order up to 3 products with your special 20% off discount for new test products, and once I click Order Now, I'll go ahead and order the 3 products that we've created, in this case the sticker, the t-shirt, and the poster. Once I created the order, now we wait. The print actually came very quickly. I ordered it on July 10th, and it was delivered July 14th. Essentially, that means in under 3 business days, it was already delivered to my front door. It came in a sturdy triangle box with fragile stickers to ensure that it definitely wouldn't get folded or crinkled. And when I opened it, I was super surprised by the great matte texture, and the image quality turned out great as well. Packaging was very nice, and the paper quality is certainly very thick and matte. I set it under some books for a day or two to flatten it out a bit, and after putting it up on my wall, I was super impressed by how the matte texture looks. They weren't kidding about museum quality paper. Here's a glossy book cover for reference on how it's reflecting the ceiling light in my room. Meanwhile, this poster doesn't reflect any light, ensuring that the image itself is always clearly visible. Next, for the t-shirt and the sticker, these took a few days longer to arrive, but I was very happily surprised by these as well. The t-shirt itself was very smooth and a little thinner than I expected, but super soft like the reviews said. And I think the print quality came out really great as well. As for the sticker, this was also very well packaged. It came in a firm, thick cardstock envelope to prevent bending, and the vinyl sticker itself was very nice. It's sort of a reusable sticker with smooth backing, so I stuck it to my water bottle. Overall, I'm super happy with the product quality on all 3 samples that I ordered, and I'm super excited to expand into more products. And if you want to try making your own merch with no upfront investment, Check out Printful and get started on your own brand today. Also, if you are interested in purchasing my merchandise, including the products that I worked on in this video, check out the link in the description down below. My store is officially open, and I'll definitely look into expanding even more merchandise in the future too, so please look forward to it. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, I would appreciate if you give this video a like, and subscribe if you'd like to see more from my channel. I'll see you next time. Bye bye!